Hey, what's up, my good people? Welcome back in for another episode, brothers and sisters. Today, we're going to be speaking about the so-called professional sports. And we're going to be breaking that down and showing you what it's all about. So yeah, people, let's get into this. Yes, people. Now, right from the beginning, you need to understand that these sports, these so-called sports, so-called professional sports, yes, people, it is an ancient Babylon religion. And you need to understand that when I say so. These sports and other things like the Olympics as well, they've been running them from a long time, and it originates from the ancient Babylon times, the ancient Roman times, and the ancient Greek times. Yes, that is where the Babylon Empire came from. The Roman Empire. And that's what it is, people. And they say they have all these things, these sports going on, these events. They said that it was for the gods. But you need to understand what they're saying by the gods. And we're going to get into that, people, and we're going to break it down. So first of all, you need to understand that these sports and these events are draining your personal energy. There's a lot of reasons why they run these sports. A lot of reasons. And we're going to talk about that as we get through this episode. But they're going to be draining you physically and spiritually. So just take a look at these stadiums for a moment, people. You have stadiums up to 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, some 80,000, some even larger than that. Yeah? People inside these stadiums. So you have, let's say for example, you have soccer. Yeah? You have 11 players on the pitch per team. Yeah? And you have 60,000 people watching, 11 aside. Yeah? So 22 people. You have 60,000 people engaged in 22 people. So that's just to put it into perspective for you to see how much energy is being drained and how there's no need for that many people to be there. And there's no need for those people to even be there in the first place. Now, some people enjoy the sports, as they're called. Some people enjoy that. It doesn't have to be the so-called professional mainstream, the main leagues. You don't have to be following them to get fun and enjoyment through this so-called sport. You understand? So remember that, people. They're draining your personal energy. Anywhere you're stepping in to a stadium or any of those sort of events, yeah, be conscious that it's there to drain your personal energy. Even if we skip over to something else, like you have a music artist or something like that, yeah, the Devil Puppets. That'll be one man coming out on the stage, and you have 60,000, 80,000 people watching one man on a stage or one woman performing on a stage. You see what I'm saying, people? All those 60,000, all those 80,000 people is being harvested off whoever's on that stage or on that pitch or on that field. You understand, my people? The next point you need to understand is that all these games and all these events are rigged. Yes, people. The football, the basketball, the baseball, the Olympics, it's all rigged. Major league, higher league, professional league, all rigged. Yeah? It's all set up, all pre-planned, predetermined. They know what the score is going to be before the game has kicked off. Before the game has started, they know what the final score is going to be. Pay attention to the language that they use. Yeah? Why do they call them fixtures, people? Because it's all fixed. Yes, people. These higher leagues that we're talking about, these major leagues, Yeah? It's entertainment. Sports entertainment. They're not competing with each other or testing their skills or how good they are at the game. No, no, no. They're just testing their acting skills, people, yeah? That pitch or that field they're playing on is just a stage, people, yeah? They're going out there, they're playing their role, they run about a little bit, harvest your energy, and yeah, that's their job, people. Their job is to run around and fool you. Have you believe it's real? Why do you think they get paid so much? Because they're in on this knowledge and they're in on the secrets. That's why they're paid so much. So if you didn't understand that, now you do. You can't be putting your energy into these people. You can't be putting your energy into the games. No, no, no. Not the clubs, nothing, people. Don't buy their merchandise. Don't buy the kits, clothing, none of that stuff, people, yeah? Don't let them rob you from every aspect. Just remove yourself. That's what this episode's all about. It's to show the brothers and sisters that it's time to come away from these sports and these so-called professional sports. Yeah? Even from day one. Shouldn't be putting your time and energy into this. Like I say, it's an ancient Babylon religion. Yeah? You don't want to be playing part in that. No, 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 people. Come away from that. And so the next point we have here is they're robbing your money and they are distracting you. So you need to understand that I'm saying to you that this is an ancient thing. This comes from the ancient Roman Empire. And you need to understand that people that are living under a Roman Empire are not living how God wanted his people to live. And if you wasn't certain about what you're living in now, most of the world is still living under a Roman Empire. So understand that, people. So back to what I was saying. If you're living under a Roman Empire, the way their thing is set up, it's not how God wanted these people to live, you understand? They're not living in that reality, you understand? The Roman Empire has got the people living in sin and running after currency, running after coins, running after money, yeah? God didn't want his people to behave like that. So you need to understand that the people who's living under this empire and the controllers of this empire need to give the masses distraction and things to take them away from that, you understand? Because you see how I said God didn't want his people to live like that? Yes, they need to distract you with things like sports and the Olympics. And this is what they used the Colosseum for in ancient times. And the Colosseum is still being used today. Yes, now they play basketball in there. Now they play soccer in there. You understand? And you can even argue that the Colosseum is now in your house through the TV. You understand? Showing you the sin and all these bad things and all this distraction. Yeah, taking you away from God. So come out of the Colosseum, people. Don't let them rob your money, like I said. The point I made. Don't let them rob your money, people. Because it's not cheap to go to these games and these events. It's very expensive. It costs a lot of money. So don't be paying for the game or the event. Don't be paying for the kits. Don't be paying for the shirts. Don't be paying for the hats. You understand, people? Don't be supporting their establishment. Don't let them rob you, people. Don't pay for their subscriptions online. Yeah? Don't get involved with their gambling either. Because they're robbing your money either way. Spoke about the gambling on here before. And what did I say? I said gambling is a fool's game. So don't let them rob your money, people. And don't let them distract you. Yeah? Going to these sports and these events, watching grown men kick a ball around a field and take it so seriously, do you think that's very productive with your time? Yeah, because you are God's servant. So think about what you're spending your time and what you're doing. Don't let them distract you. Make sure you're putting your time into something productive and you're not just standing around watching a bunch of Masons play tricks on you and play their role on the stage. So come out of the stadiums, my people. Come out of the Colosseum. I forgot to mention that at the start of the episode, I was playing the B side of the rhythm. So make sure you stick around to the end and hear it all the way out, because I'm going to be playing the A side of the rhythm at the end this time. Switch it up a little bit. So stick around for that, because that's some big vibes, people, let me tell you. So we're rolling on to the next point now. So just slightly touching back on what I said. I was saying about how you have 60,000 people or 80,000 people watching grown men kick a ball around a field or around a pitch, yeah? It's not productive, people. Think about what you're here for, yeah, what your purpose is. You gotta be productive with your time, people. Think how much of a joke that is. And if you've seen local teams play, you'll understand there is no need to have 60,000, 80,000 people there. It's all part of the energy harvesting. Yes, people. So we're going to roll on to the next point now. And this is men worshipping men. And it goes both ways. You have the women worshipping the women. But as you know already, people, these leagues and these sports are filled with countless transgenders. Yes, people, that is the truth. Maybe some of your idols or your friends' idols or these people that are being mentioned about, yeah, the transgenders. Did you realize that? It's time for you to go and look at their anatomy. Go and check their bone structure. Go and check their body out, yeah, and work out whether it is a man or a woman. So anyway, back to the point. You got men worshipping men out here. And remember what the Almighty Father told us. Yeah? He said, no man is greater than you. Yeah? We are all equal. The only person that you should be bowing down for and worshipping is the Most High Spirit, the Father, the Almighty Father. Him is the only person you should be worshipping. But these zombies who follow these sports, this ancient religion, yeah, they're worshipping these men and these women. They're worshipping them like they're gods, walking around with them on a t-shirt, putting photos of them on the wall. Yeah, photos of them on the wall, like it's an idol. Yeah, like it's a Jesus Christ. Yeah, or a Buddha. Yeah, they got it on the wall, people. They got these characters on the wall. They are idols that they worship. But did these people realize that the people that they worship Satan? Do you think they'd be sticking around if they knew that the people that they worship Satan? Yeah. And it's hard to get people to understand this and show them the way, yeah? It takes some time to get through them barricades and them blockages, you understand? All them spirits in the way. Yeah, we have to remove them spirits by showing them a better way, yeah? Take away the things that they've been doing at these sports. Take away the alcohol, yeah? Take away the pork snacks and all the other snacks, your chips and your crisps, yeah? And the fries. Take all that away, people. Because that's what's producing those bad spirits. The alcohol and the poison snacks. And there's more to it, people. There's more to it. Let me tell you that. So we're going on to the next point now. Now, if you know people who's wrapped up in the world of sports and all this fake stuff, you'll understand that it's more than just a distraction and it's more than just being robbed. These people that are under that spell, their whole life evolves around that, yeah? They're not just watching their team that they support and keeping up with the team that they like. They're paying attention to all the other teams in the league. They're paying attention to when the games are being played, what scores the other teams are coming away with, yeah? Their whole life evolves around it. They're not just betting on the team that they support, they're betting on other teams as well, and other things that's going on in the other league. Oh, did you hear about this game? Oh, did you hear about that score? Oh, did you hear about that player? Yeah, because that's what their life revolves around. When it's all fake. Yeah, like I just spoke about on here, about how all the scores are predetermined and pre-planned. So think about that. You're not only being distracted, but you're being distracted by stuff that's not even real. You're being distracted by a made-up performance. Yeah? Pay attention to the words that they use. Because that's what they do, people. They come out and perform. Yeah? Come out and put a show on for you. So be smart about this, people. And like I say, the alcohol has a big part to play in it. And for a lot of these people that's under the spell, they don't want to have a part in it unless the alcohol is involved too. A lot of them people's going to be like, I'm not going to go to the game. What's the point of going to the game if we can't drink alcohol? And there it is, people. And that's how it works. Yeah? These controllers, yeah, they're dumb. They're going against God. But they know how to work their black magic. And their black magic is, if they can push this alcohol on you, it's going to numb your brain enough to the point where you suck it up and you become part of that crowd. Yeah? You don't want to be part of that crowd, people, because that crowd's going to lead you straight into hell. It's not just these sports. Any place that you're seeing a crowd, majority of the time, that crowd is going to lead you into hell. So come out of the crowds, my people. So this is what I'm saying, people. They push that alcohol on the people, get them drunk, get them under the spirit of alcohol. Yeah? It's not me calling it spirit of alcohol. They call it the spirit of alcohol. Yeah? It's got it right outside the shop right there. Spirits. Yeah? Because they know the things that I'm talking about. If you put these stuff into your system and be around them, yes, it's going to affect your spirit. Potentially, you could even become that spirit. So understand that, people. Once you're under the spirit of alcohol, it's going to be much easier for them to push this performance, this fake game on you. Yeah? You're going to be under a trance, people. They can control your emotions. They can make you go here, and they can make you go over there. So don't take that alcohol, people. Because once again, that's another thing that they can control you with. So remove all these things that they can control you with, and you will notice that they don't have much control after all. And you won't be following these dumb things that we're talking about, because the spirit of alcohol will not be there. Yeah? Tell you time and time again, people, come away from the alcohol. You don't need it. You really don't need it. I'm going to do a separate episode on this, yeah? On the alcohol itself, because a lot needs to be said about that. People need to come away from the alcohol completely. You understand? So we're going to move on to the next point now. Going back to what we just said, people, about the group and the crowd mentality. All those people that are in that crowd and going to watch these games are being forced into that group mentality. Yeah? From many aspects. There's a lot of spells that's going on around these games. A lot of trickery that's being played on the people, yeah? And people don't know which direction to go in. They're so lost, people. They're lost, and that's what makes them gather in a crowd and they have that group mentality, yeah? It's like that hive mind. Exactly what the elite wants. Exactly what the so-called elite, the motherfucking government, wants. A hive mind. They want everybody marching to the same beat, yeah? Talking about the same answers. So we're not a part of that, people, already. We are definitely not a part of that, yeah? We have our own path right here, the path of righteousness, leading us straight into heaven. And we don't get distracted, we don't fall off the path over silly things like these ancient Babylon religions, sports and Olympics. No, we do not get distracted. So moving on to the next point now. The world would be much better. The world would be a much better place without these sports, yeah? People can invest their time into something much better, people. This is what I'm saying. You gotta be productive, people. Think how much time and energy, week after week, day after day, that's being harvested off these leagues and off these sports. It's ridiculous, people. All that time these people could be learning, yeah? Actually building something for themselves, building something for their family and their brothers and sisters around them. But no. They'd rather put their energy into some fake shit. So be conscious of that. The world would be much better without it, so people can invest their time into something worthwhile and invest their energy into something worthwhile as well, people. So consider that. Invest your time and energy into the right places and it will make your life much better. So going on to the next point now, people. You need to remember at the start of this PSYOPs, and don't forget, people, they might go quiet for a little bit, but this PSYOPs is not going anywhere. This is the end times, people. So they're going to carry this right up to the end, yeah? Until there ain't no wicked man left. This is their new world order, their final agenda. And we're coming to put that to an end. So just watch now, people. So remember, they did take these sports away from the masses at the start of this PSYOPs. They pulled it away. They say health risks, we're going to pull it away. And do you remember what they did, people? Yeah? What did they do? They ran the sports without people being in the stadiums. Let me say that one more time. They ran the sports with nobody inside the stadiums. And it didn't work, did it? It didn't work for them. And why didn't it work? Because I'm saying to you, people, there's a lot of reasons why they do this. But the main reason is draining your personal energy. So if they didn't have 60,000 people, 80,000 people in that stadium harvesting their energy, it's not going to be the same, is it, people? No, it is not. And you can watch those games and you can see for yourself. That is completely different, yeah? It looks even more fake than what it already did, you understand? So they need those people in there to play their part and make it all look real, you understand? But just remember, people, it's all staged, rehearsed. Yeah, people, don't be fooled by the sports. And remember, you pay attention to these people, pay attention to the so-called athletes, yeah? So-called professional sportsmen. Pay attention to what they say, people. They talk about training this and training that, yeah? But what were they doing in training, people? Let me ask you that. What was they doing? They're rehearsing the games, people, yeah? That's what they're doing. That's what training is. They are rehearsing the games. Be conscious of that, people. I have met good, and you have met good, I'm sure, good players at these sports that you know full well are better than these so-called professionals. And we're going to touch back on this because there's plenty of people out there that can do just fine at these so-called sports and are good at them, you understand? But they're not gonna make it to the major league. Never ever. And we'll touch back on that, people. So yeah, moving on to the next point now. Yeah, before we go on to the next point, remember how I say they take it away from the masses. They took it away from the masses and they had the sports going. And then they brought it back. But the whole reason they pulled it away and they used that was basically an advert or a commercial to make you get your shot, get your vaccine, yeah? If you want to go back inside the stadiums, if you want to go back and watch the sports, go and get your shot, yeah? And what did the masses do? They followed through. So be conscious of that, people, because it's not just for the sports, it's for all events, even traveling. It's saying you want it to be how it used to be, you want to get back to what you was doing, yeah? Well, you got to go get your shot. And as soon as you get your shot, you can go back to doing that. So be conscious of that, people. When they pull these things away from you, instead of getting upset about it and doing whatever they say, yeah, you need to just be like, thank you for taking that away. You're doing me a favour, actually. Yeah? You're taking it away from me. You're doing me a favour. No longer have I got to watch your fakery, your black magic, yeah? People dancing around on a stage. Thank you for taking that away from me. So let's roll on to the next point now. If your energy is being drained by these sports, by the Olympics, by all these events, yeah, you won't have the energy to be able to speak and comprehend these higher level teachings and these higher level conversations. And we spoke about earlier about how if you know people that are living in the world of sports, it's not going to be easy for them to listen to this podcast or any other podcast that I've made. No. Like I say, you got to take those things away from them and remove those spirits before they can even hear this message, before they can even comprehend this message. So my love and respect goes out to all the brothers and sisters, yeah? Strictly consciousness. Strictly conscious brothers and sisters, yeah? Those ones who can comprehend these high level teachings and these high level conversations, yeah? Much love goes to you. And thank you for listening. We're going to beat down Babylon. And there ain't no stopping that. This is the foundation, people. Watch us destroy Babylon. No joke. Every day, more and more ears are listening. More and more eyes are opening. Yeah? It's a blessing from the Father. And He's gathering His people. So just watch that, people. Moving on to the next point now. So if you remember me saying at the start of the episode, I was saying about how they do this ancient religion and play these sports and these Olympics, and they say that is to honor the gods. Yeah? They say originally they done these sports and these Olympics, competitions. Yeah? Let me make a quick point out of that. Remember, God, the Almighty One, the Father in heaven, yes, He didn't want His people to compete. No. He wanted His people to work together. You understand that? Yeah? You see competition and people competing with each other. That comes straight from the devil himself, yeah? That's a creation of the wicked man, competition. And it's only right that it's there in the sports and the Olympics. Because once again, that's the devil's works right there. So back to what I was saying. They done these to honor their gods. Not only are they honoring the so-called pagan gods, yeah, the wicked gods, the unrighteous gods, yeah. And remember, when it comes to God's law, there is one God, yeah, only one. So you know what these pagans do? They come up with about 10 different gods and they worship about 10 different gods, yeah, because they're trying to put their middle finger up to our God. You understand? But it don't work like that. So they're honoring their pagan gods, and they're also honoring the people that are behind these ones, the ones who are doing the black magic and controlling the scores and doing the pre-predicted games. You understand? Because those people there think of themselves as God. Yes, the wicked man thinks he's God. You understand that? You need to understand that, people. That's why they control the weather. They control everything, yeah? Because the wicked man wants to be just like God. He will never be like God. You understand? He's a lower level spirit. Can never reach the same level as the Most High. And that's why he will foul. He will never get what he wants, yeah? We're destroying the devil. And we're destroying his empire, you understand? Exposing all of that. It doesn't even stand up after they hear this message. You know what I mean, people? So fuck their pagan gods and fuck all the wicked man that's involved with these pre-plans, yeah? Come away from the sports, my people. On to the next point. So now, we're going to go back to how I said, you know good people, and I know good people, which can play these sports well, yeah? They're good at it. But they will never make it into the leagues. Never. They try so hard, yeah? Get into this club, get into that club, but they never make it out to the very top. Never. And you know, and I know, full well that these people are better than these so-called professional sportsmen. This is not a joke, people. This is a serious one. And I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you have. So I'm going to explain it. You won't get into these leagues. You won't get into the Premier Leagues. You won't get into the major leagues. All these high-level leagues, yeah? All the sports included. Everything mainstream. Just know the devil has not left any out. So these leagues, you're not going to get into them if you don't have Masonic ties. Yes, people. All those major league players, all those higher leagues, they have the Masonic ties. They are tied to the so-called elite. Yes, people. That is how they are in those positions. Because they have the Masonic ties. So be conscious of that, people, and understand there's no need for you to be putting so much time and energy into that. Yeah? Because you're never going to make it. Don't be thinking to yourself, I'm going to try so hard so I can make it into those leagues and get all that money. No. I just explained it to you people, why they get paid so much money. Because they have the Masonic ties, yeah? They're involved with the occult, the hidden knowledge, yeah? That's why they're getting paid so much. And that's why you're not in there, because you're not a part of the occult, you understand? And they get mad at us, because we're not a part of the occult. Yeah, we have all the knowledge, yeah? We have the knowledge. It's God-given knowledge, straight from the Father. And they don't like that. So fuck the wicked, man. I'll laugh at them every day. So moving on to the next point now, people. Now, this point I'm going to make is for those who have a slight interest in sports and can see some goodness in it. So if you enjoy sports off the fact of staying healthy or making friends, yeah, put your energy into the right places, yeah? So pay attention to what is being played locally around you, yeah? Pay attention to whether your friends are willing to come and play with you. If your friends are on the same page as you understand? Because that's some real stuff right there, people. And I'm going to go a little deeper into that. So you have your local teams, right? You need to understand with the local teams, a lot of the time, those people are paying their hard-earned money to be a part of that team. You understand? Paying for the games they play, the kit they wear, and any other costs that may be needed. You understand? They're paying money, and a lot of the time it's not cheap. They're paying money to be part of a team, yeah? Part of a club, you understand? And play these games. So what's that then, people? These people are paying their hard-earned money to be a part of that game. So they're not going to go out there and waste time, are they? You understand? They're going to put their heart and soul into that game. Yeah? Because they're paying for it at the end of the day. One, they're there because they enjoy it. And two, they're paying for it. So understand that, people. They're going to put their heart and soul into that game. It's not going to be like these fake Masonic players dancing around on the stage. You understand? They're actually going to be playing it for what it is. You understand, people? Putting their heart and soul into it. So watch that, people. And with your friends as well, your friends are going to be on the same page as you. You know they're real. So they can come with you and you can play your game. And it'll be an authentic game. A real game with no secret hidden agendas. You understand? So you can play the game and you can enjoy it. So like I say, people, find your friends and play with your friends. Or find a local team that you can join, who you pay to play, and where there's real energy, you understand, and the real game goes on. And you'll see that it's more fun and more entertaining to either play or watch those games than it is to watch these so-called professional ones, you understand? So be conscious with that, people. Yes, my good people. So we have a few more points before we finish up and wrap up this podcast. Now, this point here is a madness. So you have the fans of each team, each club, come into these stadiums and come into these events. And what do these fans do to one another? They hate each other, yeah? They hate each other. So the people that owns these clubs, yeah, owns these teams, they're all friends, yeah? And they're all in cahoots with each other. And they make it seem as if they're not friends, and as if they have rivalries, and that they are against each other. So the wicked man is telling the masses that these two teams are rivals, yeah? No truth behind it. Absolutely no truth behind it, yeah? But they'll bring these teams together, bring these clubs together, and the fans, which don't know each other, have no idea who one another is, never met one another, yeah, now hate each other. And what else do? They fight each other. Physical violence. Brothers and sisters fighting who have never met each other before, yeah? Reminds me of these psyopses that they run with the wars, yeah? Brothers and sisters fighting each other just because a wicked man said to do so, yeah? Just because a wicked man says, they did this and they did that. But did they really do that though? No, they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything, people. But a wicked man has tricked you once again into fighting your brothers and sisters. And that's what the wicked man is all about, yeah? So be conscious of that and come away from these so-called rivalries. Yes, don't associate yourself with one team. Don't associate yourself with a club. Don't even get involved with these sports people, yeah? Learn to love one another. Learn to love your brothers and sisters. Don't go around hating people and fighting people, yeah? Because physically, it's bad. There is no benefit from it. And spiritually, you're going against God's laws. So what does that mean, people? You're going to be held accountable for your actions. So whether you do something good and get rewarded for it, or whether you do something bad, such as fighting and hating on your fellow brothers and sisters, you will receive punishment for that. And that's why you have to be conscious, people, and not acting blindly. Because for a lot of these people who act blindly and live with their eyes closed, for a lot of these people, they're just following orders, but they don't realize they're breaking these spiritual laws. You understand? So to put something into perspective for you, you might have a man here who works in forest and does cutting trees down. You understand? A tree surgeon, a person who does wood chipping, all these types of things, yeah? So you might have a man here who thinks this is his job, yeah? And he has to cut down all of these trees. He's being ordered to cut down all of these trees. Let's say he has to cut down 100 trees or 200 trees, yeah? He's just following orders. He's just doing what his job said. But he's destroying life, people. Yeah, he's killing these trees. Yeah, God has put them trees there for a reason. He hasn't just put it there for appearance or for it to look nice. No. Them trees do a lot more than what you can imagine. Yeah? So don't go doing bad things just because you're told so, or just because the brothers and sisters around you are doing so. No. Remove yourself from the situation. So like I say, that man who's cutting down all those trees, he thinks it's his job, but he's breaking those spiritual laws. So he thinks that he's living his day-to-day life as if it's normal, and he might have bad things happening. And because these bad things are happening, he doesn't understand why. He just thinks he's having a bad day. But does he realize he broke those spiritual laws and done those things he shouldn't have done? And now he is receiving the punishment for it. Yes, people. Time for you to be conscious of what you have done and what you're going to do. Yes, people. Time to live in the present. Yeah? Why is it called that? Because it's a gift. So be conscious of that, people, yeah? You don't want to be looking back at the plow. Never. Yeah? Always looking forward. Thinking about what your next move is, you understand? Thinking about what the wicked man's doing over there. And being quick to eliminate that. Quick to eliminate all these blockages. All these things coming in between you and God. Yeah? Quick to shut that down, people. Yeah? Can't have none of this dumb shit in your life. All these distractions. Eliminate that straight away. Yeah? Be productive with your time and consider your role and why you are here. Always, people. So we're going to roll on to the next point now, which is idolizing the players when they do not deserve any of your energy. So like I say, people, The truth of it is just Masons dancing around on a stage. Yeah? The occult putting on a show. Idols who worship Satan, the wicked God. Yeah? The God of unrighteousness. That's who they worship. The God of deception. Look how many people they're fooling. Look how many people are being lied to and tricked. Yeah? That's what they live for, people. So don't be a part of that. Because you see them do their celebrations and dance around on the masses. You don't want to be the guy that they're dancing on, do you? No, people. Because that's what they're doing. When they celebrate and they run around like that, they're dancing on the masses. They're laughing at you. The joke's on you. You thought that guy was talented and that he scored a skillful goal. No. Come on, people. That game's been rehearsed 2 weeks ago. So think about that. Yeah? Think about that. Moving on to the next point now. So we just have a quick point here. We did speak about this briefly earlier. Is that the tickets are expensive, yeah? Hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Hundreds and hundreds of euros. Hundreds and hundreds of pounds. It's not a joke, people, yeah? It's not a joke. So, don't be a part of it. Don't be working hard just to pay for something which is pre-planned and predetermined, yeah? There's going to be characters and individuals inside that stadium who know the score before the game has already kicked off. Let me repeat myself. There's going to be characters and individuals inside that stadium who already know the score before it kicks off. So you can go and share this podcast with people that are trapped and wrapped up in the world of sports. And maybe you can help them and I can help them come away from it. And maybe they can put their time and energy into some things that will benefit them much greater. Yes, people. And another point that we have here is pay attention to how both teams come out of the same tunnel. There's not one tunnel on that side of the stadium and another on that side. No. They come out the same tunnel. Yeah? So what's stopping the referee, because the referee is the one with the earpiece in, be conscious of that, people. Pay attention to these things. What's stopping the referee from saying, you're going to do this and you're going to do that, so go out there and do a good performance? Absolutely nothing, people. Yeah? The masses is not inside that tunnel. The masses is not inside those changing rooms. Yeah? Actors, people. They are actors. So pay attention how they come out the same tunnel, because they're on the same team. Yeah? They're getting the same talks, people. Yes, people, understand that. They're being spoken to the same way, being told what to do. This team's going to win and that team's going to lose, whether you like it or not, because we're all part of the same team. We're all part of Team Satan, and that's who we worship, Satan. Yeah? So be conscious about that, people. Stand with the Most High and don't be distracted by these ancient Babylon religions. No. And this is the final point that I have here for you, brothers and sisters. And it's a good one to finish up on. If you are a good player at these sports, don't be disheartened by the things that we have spoken about. Yeah? Don't let it affect you, people. Don't let it bring you down. Because you need to be conscious once again. Just know that you are good. Yeah? You are good. And what have I been saying on here? You're most likely better than the so-called professionals. Yeah? These silly people dancing around on a stage. Instead of being upset over the fact that you'll never make it into that league. Yeah? You'll never be able to do what they're doing. These sellout puppets. Yeah? Don't be upset about that. Be happy. Yeah? Be happy of the fact that you are better than them. Yeah? You know full well that you can play ball better than they can. Yeah? So understand that, people. That you are better than them in every aspect. So understand that, people. Always keep that in mind. You're not a sellout devil puppet being told what to do. Yeah? You're God's child. You can move freely. Yeah? So keep it that way. And don't be distracted by the sports. pull the goodness out of it. Like I said, staying healthy and making friends. Don't be deceived by all this other stuff. Yeah? There's no need for it. Be productive with your time. Don't be watching people waste their time. Yeah? Don't be a part of that. Don't waste your time, people. So if you like the work that I'm doing here and you would like to support me, the Cash App link is in the description. And remember, people, stick around for the music. Gonna be playing the A side. Some big vibes right there. Love and respect. Catch me in the next one.
Well, give thanks to life. Rastafari, the ultimate.
Right.